Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Pennsylvania Junior Bowlers Tour live on YouTube. Happy New Year! First event of 2020. Coming to you like we normally do from Hiester Lanes in the Reading, Pennsylvania area. We are just about ready for our finals. Lining them up. This will be a regular stepladder final today. Five versus four, winner bowls 3, winner bowls 2, winner bowls 1. Some new names on here today that you're not used to seeing. All right, down the mat for player introductions.
Good afternoon, bowlers, and welcome to Hiester Lanes for our first PJBT singles event of the 2020 calendar year. Our 16th event of the season here in Reading, Pennsylvania today. We have our four-game stepladder for the top 5 today to determine our champions. Let's begin with the scratch division, our top 5. Our 5th seed from Blue Ball, PA, Gavin Courtney.
Your 5th seed from Blue Ball, Pennsylvania, Gavin Courtney.
In the first match, he'll be taking on our number 4 seed from Reading, PA, Charlize Warner.
Your number 4 seed from Reading, Charlize
Winner of that first match
Warner.
will advance to game number 2 to take on our number 3 seed from Lancaster, PA, Kyle Shell.
Kyle Shell, your number 3 seed from Lancaster.
Winner of that second match will advance to the semifinal to take on our number 2 seed from Reading, PA, Alyssa Bridingham.
Alyssa Bridingham, your number 2 seed. She shot 300 in game 1 today.
We'll take on our tournament leader at plus 450 for 8 games from Blue Ball, PA, Trevor Courtney.
From Blue Ball, PA, your tournament leader, Trevor Courtney. So we got Trevor and Gavin made it to the finals.
Okay, now it's time to introduce our 5 handicap finalists. Our number 5 seed from Stratford, New Jersey, Alfonso Pena.
From Stratford, New Jersey, Alfonso Pena is your number 5 seed in handicap.
From Narvon, PA, Thomas Finke.
Narvon, PA, Thomas Finke is your 4 seed.
Will advance to game number 2 to take on our number 3 seed from Allentown, PA, Augie Quattrini.
Augie Quattrini is your number 3 seed.
Winner of game number 2 will advance to the semifinal to take on our number 2 seed from Lancaster, PA, Derek Keller.
Lancaster's Derek Keller is your number 2 seed.
And the winner of that semifinal match will take on our tournament leader at plus 313 for 8 games today from York, PA, Mary Beth Baker.
And your number 1 seed from York, Mary Beth Baker. All right, those are your top 5s for scratch and handicap today. I have to get the pattern. I did not catch what the pattern was earlier. All right, so we are going to let our participants in the first match warm up some. I'd like to thank all of you for joining us today. Once again, Happy New Year from all of us here on the PJBT. Let's go over some of the results. Our number 1 seed, Trevor Courtney, he was 5th after round 1 at plus 171. And he really threw 3 fantastic games, going 276, 257, 256, won all of his 3 games to get to plus 450. Your number 2 seed, Alyssa Bridingham, she was number 2 seed after qualifying at plus 241. She went 2-1 in match play to get to plus 365. Number 3 seed, Kyle Schell, he was 4th after qualifying at plus 186. He went 3-0 in match play to get to plus 336. Your number 4 seed, Charlize Warner, she was 1st after qualifying at plus 249. She had a 290 her first game. She, though, went 1-2 in match play to get to 335. She missed 4th place by a stick, so that puts her in the first match. And Gavin Courtney is your number 5 seed. He was 7th after qualifying at plus 161. He went 3-0. He went 2-1 in match play to get him to plus 306. That is our scratch. There was one other 300 today in game 1. I'll have to get who that was. And neither of those bowlers were in the 300 pot, so that carried over. My kid did have a chance to take home the 300 pot in game 2. He shot 299, stone a 10 pin in his last shot. He would have taken home 200 some odd dollars. In the handicap division, your leader, Mary Beth Baker, she was plus 65 after qualifying, which got her to 2nd. And she shot scratch games of 258, 256, 238 to go 3-0, get her to plus 313. Derek Keller, your number 2 seed, he was plus 99 after qualifying, and he led qualifying. He went 1-2 in match play to get him to plus 180, good enough for 2nd. Augie Quattrini, he was 6th after qualifying at even, but he went 3-0 with games of 223, 243, 205 to get him to plus 179, good enough for the 3rd seed. Thomas Finke, he was 3rd after qualifying at plus 46. He went 1-2 to get him to plus 125. Good enough for 4th. And Alfonso Pena, he qualified 4th at plus 16. He went 2-1 in match play to get him to plus 112. Thomas will be getting 19 pins from Alfonso in this first game. So those are your top 5 once again for scratch and handicap. Don't forget, next week is our next major on the schedule, coming to you from ABC East in the Harrisburg area. Scratch matches today will be on lanes 19 and 20, handicap on 21 and 22. As always, our message board is live and operational should you wish to chime in. Let me know what you're doing on this Sunday. For those of you that follow me on Facebook, you may have seen that I had to be rushed to the hospital this past New Year's Day. Major abdominal pain. But I'm healing. Turned out that it was just kidney stones. I thought I had a ruptured appendix. That's exactly where the pain was, and it hurt really, really bad. But turned out just to be kidney stones. Never had them before. Now I have. So, we're healing up. Thank you for all the well wishes under my comment section on my Facebook page. As I wrote, only the good die young, so I will be here a long, long, long time. All right, so it looks like we are just about done with practice. Matthew is going over with the higher seeds what they want to do. They have the choice of starting first or finishing. They can either start first on the left lane or finish first on the left lane. So if you start first, you finish last. The person who starts the match will always start the match on the left lane. All right, looks like we are ready to begin. Take it away, Matt.
Okay, bowling fans, it is time to begin our 4-game stepladder finals for today's PJBT here at Hiester Lanes, brought to you by Strike Zone Pro Shop. Starting on the scratch side, we have number 4 seed Charlize Warner taking on number 5 seed Gavin Courtney. Charlize has elected to have Gavin start the match on lane 19. On the handicap side, we have number 14 Thomas Finke taking on number 5 seed Alfonso Pena. Thomas has elected to start the match on lane 21, and he gets the handicap difference of 19. All right, bowling fans, let's have a nice hand for our Game 1 finalists.
All right, and away we go. Looks like Gavin will be starting on the scratch side, and Thomas will be starting on the handicap side.
We hand out awards. As soon as the game is over, when it's over, it's over.
All right, Thomas will start us off. He goes a little high, leaves a 3-6, and we are off and running. Gavin, lefty, he comes in high. 4-7.
Okay. I'll let you grab the 5th place award. Oh, wait, they're up here. Over here.
Thomas converts his spare. Gavin does as well. Alfonso with a strike. Oh, let's get some scoreboards up here for you guys.
There you go. Okay. I'll call you back down when they're done, okay? You take a break. We'll hang out with Mama.
Alfonso with a double.
So I don't hit anything or break anything.
Hello, Matthew.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Charlize with a double.
Another good afternoon here at the PJBT here in the 90s. And then during game 2, we had a 299 game, and we had a converted 7-10 split in match play. So honestly, I think we went from 6 honor scores for the whole year to 6 honor scores today. But that's good. It was a good day. So now we begin the finals. Charlize Warner taking on Gavin Courtney, and Charlize was one of our bowlers near the top of the leaderboard all day today. She's got 3 in a row. And on the handicap side, ooh, there's a tough shot for Alfonso Pena as he started with a double. 4, 6, 8, 10 split. And we're going to need a pin reset. So let me take care of that.
Okay. right, Charlize with front 4. Gavin now up in his 4th frame. He's looking for 3 in a row. He comes in high, leaves a 6-pin. Ma'am, ma'am, I need you to move. You're in the camera's way. That's okay. Gavin with the strike in the 5th, getting the pins set up for the re-rack on the handicap side. Let's see what Charlize could do. She's on the front 4. Pitch that a little bit and almost paid the price, leaving just a 10-pin.
Okay, I think we got that back in order. Now he's going to try for the 4, 6, 8, 10. And he gets 2. Giving him 52 in the 3rd. Missed spare there for Charlize Warner. So she posts 117 in the 5th. Pen and shot goes light, 3-pin. Quality shot there for Charlize Warner. As she starts with 4 in a row, misses her 10-pin, and then follows it up with a strike. Thomas Finke comes up a little bit high, leaving the 4-7. Good shot there for Gavin. That looked like a pretty quality shot, just ball didn't finish.
Yes, it did. That would have given him a chance to take the lead, being struck there.
Well, he converts his spare, keep himself in the match. Meanwhile, Thomas Finke comes up high. Fortunately, for his sake, trips out the 9 and the 10, just leaving the 4-7. Good spare there, keeping the board clean. Meanwhile, strike for Gavin. Nice shot.
I don't know, Matt. These scratch bowlers get younger and younger every year.
This is true. We had 36 scratch bowlers in the field today, so it's quality bowling we saw today. Alfonso goes light, comes up with the left-handed washout, the 1-3-6-7. To convert that, he'll need to get the head pin, hit the ball to the right of the head pin, send the head pin over into the 7. There's a strike for Charlize in the meantime on the scratch side.
She increases her lead to 18.
Penna only able to convert 2. So now he has 76 in the 5th, and he trails by 18 halfway through the match. And he gets that ball inside a target and takes the left-handed jersey strike. Meanwhile, Charlize makes it 3 in a row. On the handicap side, we have strike for Thomas Fink. A lot of X's up there today. There's a good shot for Gavin, putting a double up in the board.
He cuts Charlize's lead back to 18.
And on the handicap side, Finke goes a little bit high, leaving the 6-10. So he'll look to convert his spare and maintain the lead in the match. Gavin gets another strike. Finke picks up his spare. So Gavin can strike out for 249. Charlize can strike out for 267. So one miss by Charlize, and we have a match. Penna comes up with a double on the handicap side. And Charlize got that one a little bit inside target, but I think it held.
Yes. All right, so if she strikes here, first ball in the 10th, in a decent count, she will shut out Gavin. Be moving on. Alfonso came in high, left the 3-pin. Let's see, Charlize to sew up game 1 and solid 10-pin.
Well, that will give Gavin a chance.
Yes, it will.
Meanwhile, on the handicap side, Alfonso Penna leaves a 3-pin and picks up his spare. So he can max out at 205. His opponent already on a 225, 2-0 pace without his handicap. So I think he still holds the lead. Oh, but that ball comes in high. He leaves the 4-6-10 splits. That could be his first open frame in the match.
All right, so as long as Charlize gets 4 here, she will force Gavin to double in the 10th. She gets all 10. Very nice 246 game for Charlize. 9 strikes and 2 10-pins. All right, so it's on to Gavin. Gavin needs to double and get 8. Gavin, of his 4 shots so far in this lane, he has 2 strikes and 2 9 counts. And there's the
Gets
first.
the first.
That might have been his best shot of the match so far.
On the handicap side, meanwhile, Alfonso Penna leaves a 6-pin. Here's the shot Gavin needs, and he gets it. So a strike for Gavin. So now he needs an 8 count. 8 pins to take home the match. 7 is a tie. 8 or more is a winner. To move him on to game number 2. On the handicap side, Penna not able to pick up his spare, so he'll max out at 183, which means he needs to strike out just to force his partner to get, or his opponent to get a mark. And there's a 9 count, so we have a winner. 248 for Gavin Courtney to 246. Great match.
Alfonso with a double in the 10th. One more strike, he will shoot 183.
Okay, well, he does. He posts the 183.
So Thomas just needs good count here on his first shot. And that should be enough. It is, no. Right now, if he misses them all, we have a tie.
Correct. He needs 1 pin out of the 3. And he does with the spare. So Thomas Finke will be moving on in the handicap side. So our final score, 195 to 183, Finke over Penna. Okay, we'll have awards in just a second.
Okay, PJBT bowling fans, that concludes game number 1 of our finals. Finishing in 5th in the scratch division, getting a $40 scholarship, certificate, and award on display here goes to Charlize Warner.
Charlize Warner. 5th place today in scratch. Good effort all day for Charlize.
And our 5th place finisher in the handicap division, getting a $30 scholarship, certificate, and award goes to Alfonso Penna.
Alfonso Penna. 5th place in handicap. All right. Now we move on to match 2. I'll be right back.
On to match number 2.
Thank you, Mary, for saying how awesome the commentating team is. Appreciate that. All right, on to future events. Upcoming events, PJBT. Next week, major number 6 on our PJBT season from ABC East Lanes in the Harrisburg area. Sunday, January 12th, 10:30 start time. Is a challenge shot, as always, for our majors, and the finals will be on the PJBT Gold Pins. The following Sunday, we do not have a regular season tournament, but we do have a girls-only tournament from Town and Country Lanes in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Our friend Travis will be running that. I assume there will be a Buddies Pro Shop tournament that day as well. I will get you information on that. But the girls only tournament, Sunday, January 19th, 10:30 start time, Town and Country Lanes, Bethlehem. The following Sunday, January 26th, 21 and under, doubles tournament number 3 from Trindle in the Mechanicsburg area. Sunday, January 26th, 10:30 start time. The following week, major number 7, our annual Super Bowl tournament at 222 Dutch. That's usually the tournament that kicks off the second half of our PJBT season. Once again, that's Sunday, February the 2nd, Super Bowl Sunday, major number 7, 222 Dutch, 10:30 start time. The rescheduled girls-only invitational tournament, rescheduled from February the 1st to February the 8th, will be at East Lincoln, my favorite little bowling center. That is a Saturday afternoon, February the 8th. I believe it's a 2:30 start time. And then Sunday, February the 9th, adult junior tournament number 4, we go out to the Carlisle area to Midway. Adult junior tournament number 4, Sunday, February the 9th at Midway Lanes. And then February the 16th, we are back for a regular season event at East Lincoln Lanes in York. You can get information on any and all of these events on the Pennsylvania Junior Bowlers Tour. Just check out our Facebook page at www.pjbtbowlingseries.com or check us out on Facebook, PJBT Youth Information Page. And if this is your first time watching us on the live stream, happy birthday, Chloe, on the 19th. This is your first time watching us on the live stream. If you like what you see, check the subscribe button in the upper right-hand portion of your screen. And if you got your notifications turned on, you will be notified each and every time my lovely voice comes on the air with the Pennsylvania Junior Bowlers Tour. All right, 1 match down, 3 to go. Kyle Shell coming in on the scratch side, and Augie Quattrini coming in on the handicap side. He will be giving Thomas 30 pins in this match.
Okay, bowling fans, it is time to begin game number 2 of the finals. On the scratch side, we have number 3 seed Kyle Shell taking on number 5 seed Gavin Courtney. Kyle has elected to have Gavin start the match on lane 19. On the handicap side, we have number 3 seed Augie Quattrini taking on number 4 seed Thomas Finke. Augie has elected to have Thomas start the match on lane 21, and Tom gets the handicap difference of 30 pins. Okay, bowling fans, let's give a nice hand for our quarterfinal action.
All right, off we go. Looks like both of our lower seeds will be starting. Gavin starting us off, and he picks up right where he left off, as well as Thomas. Let's see what Augie Quattrini could do on his first shot. He comes in high, leaves a 3-9. 10 back for Kyle Shell. So when I was doing future events, I'm assuming on the 19th you're having a Buddies Pro Shop event?
We do, yes. It's actually a combined event being run by Roto Grip Rick Mitchell. It is the Hayden Mitchell Memorial Classic, and that'll be down at Colony Park Lanes North on Sunday, January 19th. He will be in charge of that event. I will be out of town, but he will be in charge of it. Okay. So, yes, on the 19th, we will have a women's only event, and we will have an adult event on the 19th. And surprisingly enough, 2 events going on in the same day, and I won't be at either one of them. That's probably a first.
Probably.
Okay, so as we get started here with game number 2, strikes are on the board so far for scratch. On the handicap side, we have Augie Quattrini started with 8 spare strike. Thomas left the 3-5-6-9. He's not able to convert, so he'll get 28 in the second. And quickly Finke back up for the third. Makes a good shot. Strikes on the left lane. Seems to be his good lane. Back on the scratch side, Kyle Schell starts with a double. Not surprised to see a lot of strikes today.
This is always known as one of our higher scoring bowling centers that we go to.
Strike there for Augie Quattrini.
And a strike for Gavin Courtney. So both Gavin and Kyle start out with the front 2. Augie now up his 4th frame on the handicap side, lane 21. He's looking for 3 in a row. And he leaves a light 7 pin. Oh, Gavin leaves a solid 7 pin. Looks like there's a lot of Gavin fans in the crowd today, both here in the bowling center and online. Welcome aboard. Augie makes his 7 pin. Let's see now if Gavin can make his. And he does.
Good spare there for Gavin. Thomas goes a little bit wide, leaving the 1-2-4-8. Didn't make a great shot on this lane on the last game, or the last time, so looks to be a little bit lost on the right lane. He's got the left lane figured out. But you'll see if he can pick up the spare. Oh, and he pulled it left to target, so he'll get only 2. And that'll put 54 in the 4th on the board for him, 84 with his handicap. And three in a row for Kyle Schell. Hinkie misses the head pin to the left, getting another 6 count. He'll look to clean that up, the 1-3-5-6. Oh, and he comes up a little bit high at the last second. And he got 63 now in the 5th with back-to-back opens. 93 with his handicap. Great shot there for Kyle Schell, making it 4 in a row. And it looks like Augie Quattrini just missed inside his target there. Ball hooked early, leaving the 1-3-6. He'll look to convert the spare. And with a spare, he would have the lead in the match. Good shot there for Gavin. 7 pin. Augie covers up his spare, and that will give Augie the lead in the match. Good spare there for Gavin. Quality shot there for Augie Quattrini. Comes in just a tad bit high. I think it was just a hair inside of target, leaving the 4-pin. Try to keep the board clean. Meanwhile, on the scratch side, another good shot for Gavin. Leaves a wrap 7-pin. Augie makes his spare. So Augie has the lead at the moment in the match. Gavin with another spare. So Gavin keeps cleaning up those 7 pins. Finke comes in light, leaving the 5-7. So he'll look to convert that, hopefully not, so that he doesn't have 3 opens in a row. He gives it a run, but it misses to the right. 71 in the 6th. 101 with his handicap. So he now trails by 24 through 6 frames. Shell comes up a little bit light, 2-4-8. Thomas misses to the left, leaving the 1-3. He'll look to convert his spare. With a spare conversion here, Kyle Shell will have a 20-pin lead. And he is not able to convert. Hits the 2 and the 4, leaves the 8. Same thing on the handicap side. Thomas Finke chops his spare. He has 80 in the 7th, 110 with his handicap. So that would be 4 opens in a row for Thomas Finke. It'll be tied at 27.
Kyle Shell now leaving a 7-pin.
Quattrini leaves the 4-9 and covers the 4-pin. Trust me, folks, if you see a split today, there is no question that it's a possibility. We have seen a 7-10 split converted today during match play, so anything can happen out there on the lanes. Quattrini comes in high, leaving the Greek Church, the 4, 6, 7, 9, 10. So he's going to probably end up with back-to-back opens, but he will look to get a count. Meanwhile, Kyle Shell missed his spare. 124 in the 6th. So let's see if Gavin can walk through that door. Makes another great shot, leaves a 7-pin.
Yes, he's got a little 7-pin itis going on right now. He's got to change his angle a little bit.
However, with the strike, he could take the lead in the match.
Yes, he can.
Meantime, Augie gets 3, so 140 for Augie. Augie can strike out for 200. His opponent, up until that shot, could shoot 170, and with his handicap also shoot 200. But he just left the 4-7. So Augie will maintain a small lead as we get into the late frames here of match number 2.
All right, let's see if Gavin can make a slight change, whether it's with his eyes or with his hand, with his speed.
There, he got one. Great shot right there.
Looked like that was a little bit higher in the pocket.
On the handicap side, Finke comes up high, leaving the 6-10 in frame number 9. He'll look to convert his spare. He can max out at 148, 178 with his handicap. Augie Quattrini on pace for 180. So we still have a match in the handicap side also. Oh, and Finke just off target. As soon as he let that spare shot go, it went to the right. Missed his spare, so 106. So his max score now is a 166. So Augie just needs to basically get 2 marks here, 9th and 10th frame, and he will be able to move on. Good shot there. Kyle, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Kyle makes his spare. He still trails by 2.
Good spare there for Augie Quattrini on the handicap side. So as we start the 10th frame on the handicap side, Augie can basically shut out his opponent with 9 pins on the first ball. And he gets the strike. So Augie Quattrini will advance on the handicap side for game number 2. All right, I'll be back after giving out awards.
Okay. On the scratch side, Kyle Shell also struck. Puts the pressure back on Gavin. Gavin can extend his lead to 12 with a strike here in the 8th. He's got nothing but strikes and 7 pins this game. And this time he gets the 7 out yet again. Could definitely tell he made a adjustment. Changed up his line a little bit. Gavin now looking for 3 in a row in the foundation frame 9, and that's a weak 7. So a little 7-pin practice here this game for Gavin. So since he left a 7-pin here, let's see if he picks it up, and then we'll talk about what Kyle could do in the 9th and 10th. All right, Gavin goes 5 for 5 this game on 7 pins. All right, so Kyle, he would need the next 3 strikes to shut out Gavin. Gavin could still strike out for 225. Kyle could strike out for 234. Augie Quattrini will move on with a 190 to 145 victory over Thomas Finke. Kyle Shell, foundation frame 9th, looking for a double. He does not get it. He leaves a 2-5, so he will go into the 10th trailing by at least 11. Kyle did convert his spare. So he'll try to put some pressure on. We do have the possibility of a tie. If he could strike out, if Gavin were to go 9 spare strike, we would have a tie. And he will not strike out. Now the best he could shoot is 203. So, assuming he does that, Gavin would need a mark. If he does spare strike, Gavin goes 9 miss. We have a tie at 203. All right, Kyle makes his spare. All right, important shot here for Kyle. He's going to want to try to strike. And he does not. So 202. So now Gavin just needs 9 to win on his first shot. And that is a winner. He will be moving on. So back-to-back opens by Kyle Schell in the 5th and 6th frame will be his undoing in this match. Gavin missed his spare. So 203-202 victory for Gavin over Kyle.
Okay, bowling fans, that concludes game number 2 of our 4-game semifinals, finishing in 4th in the scratch division, getting a $60 scholarship. Certificate and award goes to Kyle Schell.
Kyle Schell, 4th place finish today in the scratch division.
And our 4th place finisher in the handicap division, getting a $40 scholarship. Certificate and award goes to Thomas Finke.
Thomas Finke, 4th place finish today in the handicap division.
Okay, on to our semifinal actions.
All right, we will bring in our number 2 seeds. Alyssa Brightingham coming in on the scratch side. Derek Keller, I believe, coming in on the handicap side. New Orleans Saints trying to come back off of that turnover deep in Minnesota territory. They are at their own 35, 36-yard line. About a minute and a half to go. Down by 3. As always, our message board is live and operational should you wish to chime in. Let me know what you're doing on this Sunday afternoon.
They got a field goal or anything?
No, what do you got now? Bubble gum. I'll make a bubble. What? Looks like Derek will be getting 19 pins in this match.
Okay, bowling fans, it is time for our semifinal action. On the stretch side, we have number 2 seed Alyssa Bryden taking on number 5 seed Gavin Courtney. Alyssa has elected to start the match on lane 19. On the handicap side, we have number 2 seed Derek Miller taking on number 3 seed Augie Quattrini. Derek has elected to start the match on lane 21, and he gets the difference in handicap, which is 19. Okay, bowling fans, let's have a nice hand for our semifinal action.
All right. And we are off and running in our semifinals. Looks like both of the higher seeds will be starting. Alyssa on 19, Derek on 21. Alyssa, who shot 300, game 1 today of qualifying. One of 2 300s today. Both of them were in game 1. And she gets the 5 pin out to start. Derek with the high backswing. He goes 10 back to start. Gavin with the strike himself. This could be two really good matches. Augie does not get the 7 out. That's a double for Gavin. New Orleans tied the game up. Not by much. Augie missed his 7-pin. And a double for Alyssa. Augie comes in high, frame 2, Greek Church. He takes his medicine, gets the 3. Alyssa looking for the front 3, and she comes in high, 4, 6, 7. All right, Derek will now be up his second frame. He's working off of a strike in the first. And there's 2 in a row. Alyssa gets her 2. That's the front 3 for Gavin. Derek crossing over. Getting his 3rd in a row. And 7-pin for Gavin. Overtime in the Saints-Vikings game. Augie. That was a good shot. Almost left to 7-9. And then they both fell. Gavin makes his 7-pin. Augie looking to double. Week 10. Half hit. Alyssa, that's a better shot. That's her 3rd strike in 4 frames. Augie converts his 10-pin. Alyssa looking to double, and she 4-pin. Ball just drifted a little high. Derek continues his strike train. He's got the front four. Alyssa converts her spare. Derek now up. Frame 5, lane 21, looking for 5 in a row. And 9 pin. Ball drifted a little high. His, if you recall, his shot in frame 3, he crossed over. So we'll see if that lane's breaking down for him. Gavin, on the other hand, he continues to strike. He has a 24-pin lead over Alyssa. And he increases his lead to 34. Are they brothers, Matthew?
Yes, they are.
Ah, could have a.
Could have the brothers
Yes.
bowling for the title today.
Did you ever bowl your brother for a title?
No, I don't believe so. We were too many years apart in age. Wow, that's a really good shot there by Alyssa. Surprisingly, 7-pin stood.
Have we ever had brothers bowling?
That I believe is a yes.
Did Jack and Travis ever bowl against each other? Or?
I'd have to double check. That could have happened, though. I believe it did at one point. Alyssa picks up her spare. Strike there for Augie. As Augie will have to keep some pressure on Derek, as Derek got off to a great start with 4 strikes and a spare. Plus the handicap, he does have the lead. Alyssa comes up high, leaving the 4-7. Alyssa, one of our 2 bowlers today with a perfect game of 300 during game number 1. The other one coming from Bryce Miller. Derek Keller comes up high. He may have his first open of the match as he leaves the 4-6-10 split. Alyssa converts her spare. Keller gets 1, so he's at 134 in the 6th with his handicap 153. Augie trails in the match to Derek. Derek still leads. Wow, great shot there for Gavin. Gavin is lined up, and we may have 2 brothers taking each other on for the title if this continues. Keller comes up high, leaves a 6-10. And Gavin strikes again. So Gavin on pace to shoot 279 through 8 frames. And he may be getting closer to taking on his brother for the title. Keller picks up his spare. That's a big spare for him. Oh, the 2-pin love tap for Alyssa.
That keeps her alive.
Still has a mathematical chance. Meanwhile, Augie making a run as he gets a double. Once again, the winners of these matches will advance to our title match for today.
And that will end her day.
Nice shot.
And 3 in a row for Augie Quattrini. So Augie trying to make a run at the late in the match here.
He got the 8 out.
Something I usually have trouble doing.
Derek comes back in the 8th with a strike. So a strike here for Derek in the 9th will go a long way. But this is the lane that's given him issues. He's gone high the last 3 times he's been over here. Gave it more room.
And a good shot. For some reason, we have a delay on lane 19. I believe we have a ball return that was stuck. We'll keep our eyes on the handicap action. And a good shot there for Augie Quattrini as he gets 4 in a row.
So he can still shoot 226.
He can.
Trying to do the math in my head to see if that would force Derek to mark.
It does not look that way.
let's
Because
see.
Derek can open for 210 with his handicap would be 230. So he needs to just strike out and needs a lot of help. And that should pretty much lock up the match. I believe Derek will be moving on. So, all right, I'm going to get ready for some awards.
All right, so Derek will be moving on to the finals to take on Mary Beth Baker. And Minnesota could win the game. They get pushed backwards. .203 for Augie. Those first 2 frames really got him. The missed 7-pin and then the Greek church. And the Minnesota Vikings will be moving on. Not a lot of people gave them a chance to go into New Orleans and win. Oh, wait. They're looking at something. I don't know what they're looking at. So they're looking for offensive pass interference. Can't imagine they're going to call that at this point of the game, but we'll see. Gavin, in the meantime, he could still go out for 279. And it's a final. All right, 252, 203, Derek Keller over Augie Quattrini. And Gavin Courtney, 279 game. So the Lefty brothers will meet each other in the finals. Alyssa will be in the 190s. Great day for her, shooting 300. $279, $192.
Okay, bowling fans, that concludes our semifinal matches. Finishing in third in the scratch division, getting an $80 scholarship, certificate, and award. She also bowled a 300 today. Alyssa Bridegan.
Alyssa Brightingham, your third place finisher today in the scratch division.
And our third place finisher in the handicap division, getting a $50 scholarship, certificate, and award goes to Augie Quattrini.
Augie Quattrini, third place in the handicap division. Good job by both bowlers.
Okay, on to our title matches.
All right. Setting up for the finals. Should be two really, really good matches here. Mary Beth is 14 or 15, I believe. We will be seeing her in the scratch division really, really soon. She's come a long way in a fairly short period of time.
We know one thing, Courtney's gonna win. I'll put my money on that. My money's on the left, I don't know about you. What? Another upset, huh? Yeah. Yes, and I don't have to go to San Francisco again.
All right, so we got the brothers Courtney. On the scratch side. And we got Derek Keller against Mary Beth Baker on the handicap side. Take it away, Matt.
It is time to begin our title matches for today's PJBT. On the scratch side, we have the Battle of the Brothers. The top seed, Trevor Courtney, taking on number 5 seed, younger brother Gavin Courtney. Trevor has elected to have Gavin start the match on lane 19. On the handicap side, we have top seed, Mary Beth Baker, taking on number 2 seed, Derek Keller. Mary Beth has elected to have Derek start the match on lane 21, and the difference in handicap is 23 going to Derek. Okay, bowling fans, let's have a nice hand for our title matches for today's tournament.
Mary, scratch side means there is no handicap. If you look at the scoreboard right now, next to Derek's name all the way over on the right, you'll see 23. So Mary Beth has to give Derek 23 pins in this match. On the left side, you don't see anything, so it's scratch. It's whoever has the higher score wins. 7 pin for Gavin. So it'll be interesting to see. Gavin hasn't had to face a lefty yet. And he's facing his older brother, so we'll see what kind of pressure is on Gavin. We'll see how he can handle it. Both of the lower seeds are starting the match. Gavin spare, Derek struck, Mary Beth, she goes 10 back, Trevor strikes. So I got to watch a little bit of Trevor today, bowling his last game of match play. He had to bowl my kid last game of match play. He threw the ball very good. Got a couple breaks, carried a couple 8s, couple 9s. But he threw a great ball all match long. And he opens up with a double. So as the older brother, I'm sure he's going to try to put as much pressure on his younger brother as quickly as he can.
Very interesting that we ended up with the 1st and 5 seeds bowling each other as Gavin's trying to walk the ladder, both left-handed. And on the handicap side, we have Mary Beth Baker missing her spare. See what Derek Keller does with his handicap. Ooh, Gavin comes up a little bit high there. Unfortunate break, leaving the 6-8-10. But it is makeable.
Absolutely.
Title match for today's PJBT with 54 entries today. Keller goes a little bit light, leaves a 2-4-5. Gavin gets 1, so he'll put up 25 in the second.
And he comes right back with a strike in the third. Derek missed his spare in the second. So the handicap match tied scratch, but Derek is getting the 23 pins. All right, let's see what Trevor could do now. In the third, he's on a double. And make that a triple.
3 in a row. It's really lined up. He made a big move during match play. He started off the day just going +7 for the first 2 games, then went 259, 249, 256 to finish qualifying. Then in match play went 276, 257, 256. So his lowest game has been 249 since game 3 of qualifying. So that would be why he is now your leader.
Oh.
Pocket 710. Meanwhile, Derek Keller on the handicap side leaves the 610. He'll look to convert. Now with Trevor Courtney's 710, nothing is out of the question today. We have seen this converted. Keller gets 1, and Courtney gets 1. So 86 in the fourth for Trevor, 37 in the third for Derek. For our viewing fans out there, we have 57 viewers at the moment. Tell your friends to tune in. This is the title match for today's first PJBT of the 2020 calendar year. There's a strike for Gavin. Puts up a double.
That puts him right back in the match.
It does. He trails by 1. Meanwhile, Mary Beth Baker, she comes in high, leaving the 3-6-10. Got that ball into an early roll, and he has 3 in a row.
Pumping himself up over there. Mary Beth makes her spare. Beautiful shot there by Trevor.
Yep, great recovery shot after the open.
Oh, he just gets the 7 out.
Yep, great shot there, putting up a double for Trevor. Mary Beth out of trouble, leaving the 6-10. Her ball seems to keep creeping up high. She may have to make a small adjustment, giving the ball a little more room to the right. Let's see what Gavin does now. Gavin, 4 in a row. So he trails by just 1 pin at the moment. Great match of brothers. Both left-handed. Baker picks up her spare. And another strike for Gavin Courtney. So after starting with spare open, he has got 5 in a row to put pressure on his older brother.
At the moment, he has the lead.
Let's see what Trevor can do. Trevor comes up high, leaving the 2-4-7, and that will put Gavin in the lead of the match. Meanwhile, Derek gets the ball inside a target, pulls it a little bit, leaves the 6 pin. He will look to convert his spare. Good spare there for Trevor. He can now max out at 243. His brother can max out at 265. Derek makes his spare. And Trevor puts up a strike to keep the pressure on his younger brother.
Gavin could really take control of this match with 2 more strikes here in the 8th and the foundation frame 9th. Scratch match is moving right along.
Oh, leaves the 6 pin. That should put him back in the lead by just 1 pin.
Yep.
With a spare. Meanwhile, Derek Keller goes a little bit light, leaving the 2 pin. He will look to convert his spare. Good spare for Gavin.
All right, who wants it more? Gavin up by 1 pin over Trevor. 2 frames to go. You can really see the difference between what's going on the left side and the right side. The right side of the lane looks like it's completely broken down for the 2 bowlers on 21 and 22. It seems as though basically every shot they're moving more and more left. 7 and a wiggle for Gavin. That shifts the advantage to Trevor.
See what Mary Beth can do here. Once again, she comes up high, leaving the 3-6. And Gavin misses his spare. Missed his 7 pin. So that could open the door for Trevor.
Yes.
So now Trevor, even with a spare strikeout in the 10th, would shoot 223. His brother can only shoot 222. So the door has
Trevor.
Oh, 6 count. Left-hander's bucket, 3-4-5-9. So now he'll look to convert this, and then he can strike out to win by 1.
Yes. So, no pin count loss with the
Good spare from Mary
6
Beth
count.
Baker. He does convert the spare. So now he'll step up in the 10th frame with a chance to shut out his opponent and win the title. He'll need 3 strikes. Anything less, 2 strikes and 9, we could have a tie. Anything less than the first 2 strikes, his brother Gavin can win. Okay, Mary Beth Baker. And a better shot. Gave that. Trevor gets his first strike of the 10th. Don't drop him. Okay, let's see what Derek Keller does here. He does have the lead. And second shot in the 10th. Derek comes up high, leaving the 4-7-10. Trevor strikes. So 1 more strike for the title for Trevor Courtney. If he gets 9, his brother can tie him.
That would be fitting.
We will see. Strike for the title for Trevor Courtney on lane 19. Nope, steps back. Keller went for it, missed it. So he'll have 80 in the 6th for Derek. Title shot.
Oh,
And he leaves the 7 pin.
Oh.
222 for Trevor Courtney. Now his brother will have to strike out to force a tie. So 3 strikes needed for Gavin to force a roll-off. Other than that, Trevor is your champion. Here comes the first shot in the 10th.
Yes, he's up quick.
First shot in the 10th. Comes up high, leaving a 6-7-8-10 split. And Trevor Courtney will be your Scratch Division champion.
Very good bowling today for Gavin. Climbing the ladder up from 5th to 2nd. He had a chance. $222,198 victory. We will interview Trevor. All right, back over to the handicap side. Mary Beth Baker on a strike in the 6th. She's up in the 7th. She comes in high. That seems to be the story of this match. 6-7-10.
6-9-10.
Sorry, 6-9-10. My bad.
I looked up for the split.
I once chopped this spare to lose a tournament.
Let's not talk about my worst. I needed 6 pins on a fill ball to win a tournament, and I threw a gutter ball. I do recall that happening.
I guess you missed your mark.
Yeah.
Just like that. That almost looked exactly like the way I did it.
Okay.
All right, so Mary Beth with 112 with an open in the 7th. Derek with 103 with his handicap with a strike in the 7th. Mary Beth comes in high again. 3-6. She converts the spare.
Okay. All right, I'm going to get ready for final awards.
Derek Keller now up in the 8th. He's looking to double to take control of the match. Or at least take the lead in the match. Or extend his lead in the match. Oh. Solid 10. Very good shot there. And he makes the spare. He maintains an 11-pin lead. Derek comes in high in the 8th, leaves us 6-10. See if he could convert. And he does. All right, let's see what Mary Beth could do here. She's now up in the 9th. Trailing by 9 presently. Good shot, doesn't get rewarded. So with the spare, she'll be down by 10 going into the 10th. And she converts. And she gets the first in the 10th. We actually have the possibility of a tie. blocked field goal. All right, so if she strikes here, Derek will need to double to win, strike, spare to tie. So 2 championship matches coming right down to the wire. All right, 178. So Derek is going to need to mark. He has yet to strike on this lane in this match. That's crossing. 5-pin. All right, so he's going to need to make this and get 9 to win. All right, he's got the spare. 9 to win, 8 to tie. Anything less than 8 is a loss. And he gets 9. And it's a 1-pin victory for Derek Heller. 179, 178. What a match. All right, we will interview our winners shortly. We'll give out awards, and as they're getting pictures taken, I will move the camera. So once again, if you like what you saw, hit that subscribe button in the upper right-hand portion of your screen. This is what you see each and every week on the Pennsylvania Junior Bowlers Tour. We would like to have you come out and watch sometime, too, when we come to your area.
PJBT bowlers and parents, we have our final results for today's PJBT
Gavin Courtney came up a little short running the ladder today, finishing second in the scratch division. Great bowling by Gavin.
Our runner-up finisher in the handicap division, getting a $100 scholarship certificate and award goes to Mary Beth Baker.
Mary Beth Baker, second place, handicap division.
All right. And our champions for today in the scratch division, receiving a $200 scholarship certificate and the first place acrylic plaque goes to Trevor Courtney.
Trevor Courtney, your champion today in the scratch division. Congratulations, Trevor.
And our winner in the handicap division, getting a $200 scholarship certificate and the first place acrylic plaque goes to Derek Keller.
And your handicap division champion, Derek Keller.
We'll get a picture with our winners and stay tuned. We'll send it back for final interviews and then we'll see everybody live next Sunday from ABC's Lanes in Harrisburg for our 6th major of the season next Sunday in Harrisburg. ABC, thank you.
All right, let me reset the camera. I'll be right back. All right, we are here with our handicap division champion today, Derek Keller. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good bowling there in the 10th frame. Did you know what you needed to do in the 10th when you stepped up?
Well, at first I thought I only needed 8, but that would have made me tie. So I was glad that I got 9.
Were you nervous at all?
A little bit.
A little bit? So, Carbon was the pattern today, one of the new Kegel Recreational Element Series patterns. How did you attack it today?
I tried playing around 10 board to start, and I slowly moved left just a little bit. I didn't really have to move a whole lot throughout the day, but overall, I had my highest average out of like all the PJBT tournaments that I've bowled in so far today. So
Yeah, you only missed your average one game. It was the very first game. You shot 151. Every other game, you either hit your average right on the nose or were above it.
yeah,
And you had 4 games above 200 in qualifying and match play. What equipment were you throwing today?
Pyrodex, Halo Vision. I didn't really throw my pitch black that much.
Didn't have to.
Yeah,
you
I
don't-
didn't.
You don't usually have to throw urethane in this high-scoring establishment here.
Yeah,
Where do you bowl your junior leagues out of?
Leisure Lanes.
Leisure. Know it well. One of my more favorite bowling centers. How will you be celebrating your victory? By the way, you had quite a following here on the stream today. There was a lot of people rooting for you.
Yeah,
If
that's all
you,
my dad.
If you go back and watch it with the comments, you will see there's a lot of people cheering you on today. So how are you going to celebrate?
Probably dinner.
Dinner? Is it going to be your choice at least tonight?
Yeah, I would assume
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. And where are you going to choose so I know? I mean, I'm assuming you're going to be buying for me too, right?
She knows probably what I want, but I don't know if that'll be
And what's that?
Shady Maple.
Well, you can't do Shady
Yeah,
Maple on a
yeah.
Sunday
That's-
since
yeah.
since they're closed. But if they were open, I would certainly meet you down there, and Mom could pay. Is this Mom?
Yes.
Yeah, and Mom could pay my way too. No, can't do Shady Maple tonight. So let's see here. There's a lot of good places between here and Lancaster though for you to pick. So who do you want to thank on your victory today?
I would like to thank my parents, my grandfather, because he does a lot for me, and yeah, that's about it.
Well, I didn't hear you thanking me, but that's okay.
I thanked you last time. So.
I know. You always got to thank me. Silly Pup even said, I hope you sure get to choose where dinner is. Whoever Silly Pup is. I don't know what Silly Pup is either. All right, ladies and gentlemen, taking home the first place prize today in the handicap division, $200 added to his scholarship, Derek Keller. Congratulations. We'll see you.
Thank you.
Obviously, you are once again qualified for championship weekend. I will take the headset off
All
of you
right.
now. Have a good one. Eat well. All right, Trevor Courtney going to be sitting in with me now, our scratch division champion today. Congratulations on your victory.
Thank you.
Some really good bowling today after game 2.
Yeah, we started off with a 197, which was I was kind of ready to be like, uh-oh, we're in trouble. But then rallied behind a ball change.
What'd you switch to?
I switched to a radical grease monkey pow. It gave me lots of length because I was having trouble getting the ball down the lane.
So, first off, we'll talk about your final match here, obviously. Were you excited to have to bowl your brother, or didn't you really want to have to bowl your brother?
It was kind of mixed. Like, I felt bad because, like, I have to bowl him. But on the other hand, I was looking forward to it, like, let's have some competition.
How old are you?
I'm 16.
And how old is your brother?
12.
Well, which one is the better bowler, by the way?
It's hard to say. He's been getting really good.
He has. He bowled some phenomenal games to make it up to the step ladder to you. So let's walk our way through. If I remember correctly, you started with the front 3 or 4.
Front
4,
3.
3, and then you pocket 710.
That's when I was ready to be like, uh-oh, we got a problem.
Yes, and your brother just kept stringing strikes, and you had the lead until you 7 counted in the 7th frame, but you made the spare, and then you bucket in the 9th. Tell me about those 2 shots in the 7th and in the 9th.
They were pretty much the polar opposites. The 7th, I got slow with it, and I put it outside, which outside would have cooked back immediately. And then the 9th, I got way too fast with it.
Did you?
So it just never was able to pick up.
So I'm sure you knew basically, though, you needed to strike out in the 10th to shut out Gavin. First 2 shots looked really good. What did you think about the last shot?
I knew it was going to have some help because I kind of tugged it inside and fast.
Did you? Okay. So, were you preparing to have to bowl a 9th and 10th frame roll-off, though, after you left the 7th?
I was expecting to have to.
Yeah. Well, what other equipment did you throw today besides that? Or once you made the ball change, did you pretty much stick with that for the rest of the day?
Well, practice in the first game was I went through my whole arsenal, basically. I started out with a halo because it was 42 feet, so I was like, okay. And then that was hooking, so I switched down to a rotogrip idle, and that was hooking off the charts. So I went all the way down to a 900 Global Badger infused, and that just wouldn't pick up. So then I was like, needed length, so I went to that, and it was, I guess, a good ball change.
What pair did you start on today?
17 and 18?
17 and 18, okay. All right. So who would you like to thank for your victory today?
I'd like to thank my dad for drilling all my stuff. I'd like to thank my mom and basically all my parents for the constant support. Without the support of them, I would not be able to bowl.
All your parents? Do you have like 16 or 17
Yes.
parents?
Yes.
Is that how that? Cool. Cool. I unfortunately only had 2.
No, I only have 2, but I meant yeah.
Good kid. Where do you go to school?
I go to Garden Spot.
Garden Spot. Are you in the bowling team?
Yes, I am.
How are they doing this year?
Right now we're 4-0.
Not bad.
So-
Who's the coach this year?
My mom's actually my coach.
Is she?
Yep.
Wow. Bowling is in the family blood.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. All right, ladies and gentlemen, taking home the $200 Scratch Championship and is now eligible for championship weekend. Trevor Courtney, congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for us this week from Hiesters. Matt's packing up, so I will wrap this up. Next week, don't forget, major number 6 on our calendar from ABC East. Next Sunday, the 12th, with a 10:30 start time. Top prize, $300 for both scratch and handicap minimum, based upon entries, but $300 is the minimum we pay out. Finals, televised, will be on the PJBT Gold Pin. So if you're not doing anything next Sunday and you're eligible, come on out and bowl. Hope to see you all there. All right, let's wrap this up. I'm going to go home and watch a little bit of football, hopefully. Go Seahawks. For all of us at the Pennsylvania Junior Bowlers Tour, we will see you next week from ABC East. Have a good one, ladies and gentlemen. See ya.